I'm very excited to have my next guest join us. He is a very talented artist who just dropped a new single called Want Me To. Kevin Holliday. Kevin, how are you?
What's up? What's up? How you doing? I'm doing great.
Awesome. Where are you checking in from?
Brooklyn. Yeah, I live in Brooklyn.
How are things over there? I know it's been kind of a roller coaster ride throughout these past 7 months.
Oh my gosh. Like, all right, so right now it's like okay, but like cases are like kind of picking up a little bit, but it's like it's just been crazy, honestly. Yeah, I mean everybody's like losing their job and that, it's just crazy.
Tell me about it. Now, this is very interesting Zoom green screen you have going on here. Is everything okay? I feel like you should
Oh,
blink twice
nah,
to
this
let
is
me know
just
if you need some
my
help.
Nah, it's just the way I gotta set it up. Like this is just yeah.
Your musical background is very interesting because, from what I understand, your brother and your grandfather were integral in shaping your music tastes. And I can only
Yeah.
imagine what your grandfather was listening to on one end of the spectrum and then what your brother was listening to on the other end of the spectrum. So, who had a bigger influence at your early stage, and who were the artists that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I mean, so my brother, I feel like definitely had like a little bit bigger of an influence because like I don't know, me and him kind of just go back and forth like, oh, do you know this artist? Do you know this artist? Like it's kind of just like we had that type of relationship where it's just like we're like constantly sharing music. Um but like in terms of like my grandfather, like he listens to like a lot of music from like the 60s and 70s. Like he's a huge person with Stevie Wonder. He loves Frank Sinatra. He loves Marvin Gaye, like all those like classic soul musicians. A lot of Motown, but definitely, I would say me and my brother kind of like we just go back and forth like with like all these like different musicians we love.
Are there any artists that still resonate with you today? Do you go on YouTube or whatever you find on whatever music streaming platform and just say, hey, I want to listen to the Ohio Players or the Jackson 5 or anything of that sort?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, recently I've been listening to a lot of stuff, but Prince is definitely like one of my like biggest influences, but like I've been kind of like trying to like study him like in a weird way. Like I feel like if you can pick out every detail about like why you like a certain artist, um like you can try to apply that to like those like little tiny details to like what you should do. So I've been like listening to like a lot of Prince and like watching a lot of his like live performances.
What was it about Prince that really resonated with you? I feel like that, he really, it's either Prince or Michael Jackson in that particular era.
Yeah, no, I I like how like he was kind of weird. Like he wasn't afraid to like like kind of just like do his own thing. Like I really, really, really appreciate artists like that, where it's like they don't really care what like box people might like put them in. Like you can feel it when somebody's like trying to be purely artistic, and it's just like they're just expressing themselves. They're just being themselves, and like I don't know. I really, really think it's genuine, and I really think resonates with me at least.
Was he the one that pretty much inspired you to pick up the guitar and teach yourself a few chords and scales and things?
Um, I don't know. The way I learned like guitar and like how I started doing music was pretty like weird actually cuz honestly I I kind of just started doing it out of nowhere cuz I was bored. Like I always felt like I had like some sort of connection to music, but I guess making music is sort of still a new thing for me.
You didn't have the idea of being a musician in your head early on. What were the goals coming into college freshman year?
Um Nothing. It's just like I definitely as so many people are like at that like point in their lives, like I was definitely figuring things out. Um I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Well, you did obviously do something very well, and you did take something away from it. You released an EP while you were in school, and I thought that was an amazing accomplishment, and a lot of great songs are on there. What do you think, looking back now, it wasn't that long ago, I know, but what do you think that your sound was then, that you were trying to achieve, and how are you building upon that now?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I was very, very when I made Space Cadet, I was very, very influenced by 70s funk. Like that's pretty much like what I was going for. And like trying to recreate that in a modern context. Um but now I feel like I'm kind of I want to do something that's a little more towards like alternative pop. Um, I definitely want to experiment with the types of textures and sounds that I'm using a little bit more, and like make them a little bit, I guess, more left to center. I want people who are listening to it to like not not feel alone if they do. I feel like a lot of music I like gravitated towards when I was younger was like stuff that I could like relate to on a very like personal level, and like stuff that made me feel like I wasn't really just stuff that made me feel like I wasn't alone. I feel like I really wanted to make something that kids like me could connect to.
That is great because I feel like with this whole thing, it's it's already taken introverts and people that are already stuck on social media and think that social media is real life and are coming to a point where it's really affecting their mental health. So I think art that is hopeful is what we need right now. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Is there a timetable for when this may be
Yeah,
released?
yeah. It's gonna be out early next year, but I'm gonna release like a couple of singles like leading up to it. So it's probably gonna be out in like February or March. But there's gonna be like one or two more singles between now and then.
Awesome. I really appreciate your time for the chat and stay safe out there. Look forward to the new material.
Appreciate it. Stay safe too.